All right, back at you, peoples. It is Bruce with Targeted Wealth Creation, ready to give you Amzy and Amazon. All right, what happened yesterday on 7:15? Well, it worked to our advantage. We've got 200 call and a 197.5 call, and really collected a bunch of those, right? You see a 200, 197, 200, 197. So, and the big counts are split between 200 and 197.5. So we were down 0.91% in Amazon, and we were down 0.74 of 1% down in Amzy. So again, most of the time you win when you're even up a little bit or down a little bit. And in particularly when you're not capped, you can be up a little and not have a problem. And we're not, we're below that. So they did not put on any new trades. There were very few trades. I think NVIDIA and one or two other companies, Google and uh, like I said, one or two, but so far none of the ones I've even covered had traded any, and that's not uncommon on a Monday after everybody roll Friday, and then once in a while they roll on Thursday. They did add 25,000 share count. Um, so they didn't deploy that money, just like Coney and Misty had good money come in with share counts. They didn't deploy that, and that's probably smart. Um, let's go over and take a look at the weekly. So here's those two big ones I mentioned to you. So, because they collectively, if there's a big one and a small one, you add them if they're the same strike price over here. The reason I show them on my July sheet, sort of like the daily, is sometimes they'll sell 4,000 at 80 cents, and they'll sell 290 at 84 cents. So you need to account that there were different amounts. But when you're showing over here, what's your volume of contracts and what's your strike price away, right? So we're still 2.48 out of the money and 3.78 out of the money. And you don't want these in the money. You want them to go right up to the edge, right? So you can see that both these were down slightly. The IV, I did check on this one, and the IV's up a little. So, by the way, I added this because when I add some of these funds, I get out of sync on doing some of my regular things. And I need to even do it for Misty and Coney and a few of the others, GDXY. Earnings for Q2 are due next week. July 25 is the stated date. So that looks to be Wednesday. No, 15, 16, 17, 18. That looks to be Thursday of next week. All right, let's see if there's anything else. Nope, nothing else on that. Again, holdings tells us a lot. So here we are with our holdings, and we see the 25,000 shares added, which is not much, right? We went from 7,700,000 to 7,725,000. All right, so how's our synthetic look? Well, remember, we pull back some. So we're below the 200. This is actually a good time if people buy in for them to write because they're clear out to 816. They got, a month. So right now we dropped from what was it, 3.7? Yeah, almost 3.8. We had been 3.1. For some reason, I did something wrong over here. And now we're 5.3. Not a big deal. Like I said to you guys, I kind of am enjoying Amzy. It's not crypto, it's not something else. It's just got kind of a steady beat to it. I'm sure there are times it runs, and I'm kind of optimistic on their earnings. I think they're targeting $1.25 or $1.24. I'll try and dig in it a little bit before earnings. So, how did we do here? Well, we gained a little bit more money. I wouldn't say we've got it all because we're not that far away, especially on the 197, right? And you notice that's the one that we've acquired less of the money. So we've earned back 36.48. They're still showing a dollar. But in all honesty, we're down at 194, right? Yeah, or sorry, 192.72. So when you think about that, and looking at the chart, Amazon doesn't fly up and down. I mean, this stock isn't going to triple in 6 months, but it's also a behemoth that does very, very well, right? And I've told several of you, I've got two or three of my friends that I worked with in different capacities, and they're all in management now. They're all in the twilight part of their careers, finishing up more than likely at Amazon, and they like it. I mean, they're all in the cloud services in the high tech area, not in the retail shopping or warehouse or any of that part. Um, so it's a top-notch company. Um, so this is looking pretty good, right? We're averaging 38. We've collected a million, a little over a million, and we'd have to buy it back for 645 today. So just keep on keeping on, right? You stay anywhere near $3 or $4 or $5, even up from here, and you'll collect all that money. Okay, so let's jump over. Oh, I know what I didn't give you, a fair value. So 2164 is where we closed at. And this is a little bit, 20 cents off. I've double checked my numbers. There's nothing that I missed here, guys. So it's just, this happens sometimes. We're overpriced by 20 cents. Whoopee, right? But let's go take a look at payouts and see what we've got here. Let's see if we're going to get rich. Well, we're plodding along, as I like to say, right? Um, Earnings next week should really get this thing, you know, moving. So if we just get through and keep this money, I mean, this thing has been paying what, 76 cents, 78 cents? Yeah, I put the distribution 76.5 last month out there. Uh, Let's center that guy up a little bit. Okay. So here we've collected 27 cents. Now that assumes we collect it this week, right? Now we got a little work to do, but we got plenty of time to do that work going into earnings next week because that 200 we certainly, but the interesting thing, and I wanted to show you guys this. Take a look. What I do on the weeklies is I track, and me being new to Amazon and Amzy for you guys, not really new to Amazon. I've traded Amazon and played Amazon, know a lot about the company, but I haven't covered Amzy, which forces me every day to look at its trading range. And guys, we're very close to the high here, 201. So if it has a good earning, it should move through that slightly. It depends again on how good the earnings are. And I'm hearing that their ad revenues on the Amazon retail site last quarter and quarters going forward are going to contribute a fair amount of free cash flow. So let's see if that works. Um, Amazon's been hanging in there. So when you see something this tight, look at AMC. I mean, that's a pretty tight range for having traded, what, a year? I didn't look at the exact amount of the date. The implied volatility certainly doesn't get that high, but it's certainly not at the lows. Okay, guys, that's what I got for you. Let me wrap up and say, hey, we got three opportunities to add to this and an opportunity to roll our synthetics if we make some good money there. Okay, again, this is Bruce with Targeted Wealth Creation. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. It's for fun and entertainment. Hope you were entertained. Okay, guys, bye for now.